People are
Let me ask
talking
you guys
about
a
Elise
question.
injuries, but actually, Elise is not that bad injuries when you look at his career. And actually, he's a baller. The thing is with Elise is I think he's definitely a right winger, whereas Eze can play a little bit all over the place. But I like both of them. I just don't think we're going to go for a player like that. I really don't. I think we're going to potentially get a midfielder, a striker, and a defender. Definitely, we're definitely going to look to get a backup goalkeeper if Ramsdale goes, and I think that might be it. I think we might get 4 in.
4, bro. We need way more than 4.
Yeah, we do, Egal, but we do. But I don't know if we're going to get them.
Okay. Simply put, we're linked to a striker. We're linked to another forward. We're linked to a midfielder. We're linked to a defender and a goalkeeper. So based on the links that we are linked to, we should minimum get 5.
I hope so. I mean, like, let's be real. The problem we've got is every single name me a window that we have had where we ain't been short. I'll wait. It's been 20 years, right? So we always finish the window and go, bloody hell, we needed another left back and that would have been all right. Or bloody hell, a right winger, we got no cover. What I do not want to do, and I will not accept any more when we have had 5 years without bloody trophy now, I will not accept the window shutting and going, Saka, no cover for him. Saliba, no cover for him. Erdegaard, no cover for him. We're stuffed then. Because that's what will happen potentially. I will get really annoyed if we do not have covers for these players. And it's fine getting rid of players. It's got no problem with getting rid of Reece Nelson. But right winger's got to come in to replace him and upgrade and be back up for Saka. Or you use a number 9 and Jesus is that guy, right? That's what I need to be seeing. I can't have any more of this waiting, like this. Saliba, we're still waiting for a replacement for Saliba, and he got injured last year. We're bloody lucky he didn't get injured this year because we've got no right centre back now. Oh, it's Ben White. What happens at right back? Oh, Tomiyasu. He's always injured. We've got to go and get a right centre back in there, man. Go get Diamande. Then you look in midfield. We're relying on Jorginho and Partey to be stuck together. We still need to go and sort that out. Declan Rice is the only box-to-box midfielder. There's no cover for Erdegaard. There's no cover for Saka. So I'm with you, Egal. There needs to be 5 or 6 coming in. But do you think that we will, with Arteta and Edu, get 5 or 6 in? Because they've never done it before. And when they have got 6, that's because we needed 8 or 9.
If we're including academy signings, I'm expecting 10 plus. Because academy players are coming in also. We're gonna sign a bunch of 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds across Europe. Plus, we're gonna sign at least 5 first-team players. So I'm expecting a lot of signings this window. When we look at all the academy players that have left, plus what we are projected to go sign. We're not linked to this Barcelona kid to come into the first team. He's linked to go into the academy. We're going to be linked to a bunch of 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and they're going to all go to the academy. And there might be at least 5 of those kind of signings or 4 at least of those kind of signings. And then for the first team, 100% we're signing a goalkeeper, 100% we're signing a striker, 100% we're going to sign a midfielder. That's 3 guarantees, right?
How many academy players did you use this year, Egal?
Sorry?
How many academy players has Arteta used this season?
It has nothing to do with Arteta. We're revamping the academy.
No. You just made the statement we're going to bring in academy players into the academy. Great. Why doesn't he ever use some of these players?
Because they might not be good enough, or they might not be ready. You want to know the honest truth? We've sent guys who we highly rated, like Miguel Aziz, to teams that were much lower than us, and they weren't ready.
We highly rate all of our bloody young players. I mean, that's what we do. I don't want any young players. I want bloody players that are ready now. I don't want any young players. We've got enough young players.
We need to, in this ridiculous market, we need to diversify our signings. And there's going to be 5. Arsenal might put away 100 million to spend on 5 academy players. Don't be surprised if they do that. And that 100 million,
what's that going to do for our title race?
100 million on 5 academy players, though.
5.
Crazy.
Bro, they're not thinking about the title race for that.
Well, exactly. That's the problem, Egal. That's the problem. They're not thinking about the title race. They're thinking about kids coming through again. I want players coming in that are ready now. I don't want any more bloody 15, 16
You want to know something? If you don't plan for the future, you're never going to excel.
But Egal, that's the stop right there. That's the problem with Arsenal. All we do is look at the future. That's all we do every single time. What are we going to be like in 5 years?
Don't act like the money for the academy has nothing to do with the money that's for the first team. They have designated money for the academy because they haven't invested in the academy for 3 years plus. When was the last time you've seen us spend big on young academy players to come into the side? Bro, our academy's falling behind. Man City have academy players going every single season for 20, 30 million profit. benefiting their first team. You have Chelsea constantly selling academy players for 50, 40 million plus. And we're talking about, oh, we need to win now. I get it, we need to win now. But at the same time that we need to win now, we need to build a sustainable system for the whole team. So Arsenal will spend money on a striker, we'll spend money on a midfielder, we'll spend money on a goalkeeper, we'll spend money on a defender and a backup for Saka. There's no debate about that. I expect the club to spend at least 200 to 250 million to maybe even 300 million on the first team. But don't be surprised if they don't spend another 60 to 100 on the academy also, because that is
I don't think
needed.
it'll cost that much. I don't think the players cost that much. That one player that's coming in for 17 million. Listen, I've already heard loads of whispers and murmurs, so it is right what Egal was saying. They are going to invest heavily into they're trying to do a restructure of how the youth system works now. They want to make it like Manchester City. So a lot of the players that are coming in, if they can't be put into the first team, then they're going to be sold for big money. It's going to be like a Man City system where you see all of their youngsters being sold for 10, 15, 20 million, going to all of these different clubs. I think that's the system that they want to go with. But I've also said, like, we have to find a clear pathway for youngsters to come into the first team, because yes, Ethan Nwaneri is finally going to get a chance next season, but that depends on how many games he's going to play, how many minutes he's going to get. And listen, Man City have been good because they have still managed to give their youngsters at least a good amount of minutes in the Premier League, a good amount of minutes in the League Cup and in the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? And Ethan Nwaneri, I really hope he's not just wasted on the bench. I hope that he can come in, get some minutes. Every time he came on,
by the way, he looks a baller.
yeah. Every time he's come on,
I think he's the one. Probably, if you're looking at, probably might
get
come
promoted.
Yeah, 100%.
No, he's being promoted next season. I think they've confirmed that he's gonna be promoted into the first team.
Why are we talking about the academy players? We need to win now, right?
No, but I think what they were saying. Yeah, I know, but I just think when they're thinking about the future, I think we're kind of in the future that they were thinking about 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So we're in the future now that they were thinking about 5 years ago to win. So they told us we were going to win. You know what I mean? We have to start winning something. Otherwise, what are we doing? But listen, I just think, to be honest, for me, in regards to just some of the strikers, because I was just going to address something quickly. Osimhen, I would go nowhere near, mate. That guy is as injury prone as they come. The only other injury prone player I'll probably go for is Isaac, because at least he's proven it in the Prem. We don't know what this guy can do in the Prem. We don't know what Osimhen is going to do when he comes to the Prem. He's already injury prone, and this guy plays in the Serie A. So God forbid what happens when he comes to a more physical league, which is more physically demanding, and tries to play. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know why we're linked with him. Maybe because he's a big name, everybody, they just want to link us to him. But for 113 million, yeah, see you later, mate. Do me a favor, because I'm not spending that kind of money on him. And listen, Jokeres has always been my first option. So if we can go for him, that'd be brilliant. But I think if we're talking about trying to get all of these players, I mean, Dan brings up a good point when he says, when's the last time we've had a transfer window where we didn't finish off short? Do you know what I mean? And we always seem to be one player short. We always seem to be, we're going to get one player next season, or the January transfer window, we're going to get one player. And it's just,
we're always short. You're right. We are.
It's frustrating. It is frustrating. So I hope this season.
You know something? We're not short on starters. We're short on bench players. This is some completely different situation that we've ever found ourselves in.
We're talking about what Dan just made. Dan outlaid the point about 5 minutes ago. When we look at Arsenal's transfer windows, they're always coming up short into particularly the midfield area. That's always been a bone of contention for season upon season. When we bought in Erdegaard, we should have bought another one on top of him. When we bought in Partey, we should have bought another one. We don't do it in one hit, and Arsenal needs to get that right sooner rather than later. And we'll see this summer. We'll see.
Fair enough. I'm gonna have to head off. I'm just gonna say this, guys. Optimism. Hopefully, next time we speak, we would have had an agreement with Sesko. I'll catch you guys in the next one.